Um, so thank you very much. Do you have something there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sí. Quería
Yeah.
darle.
President Trump, sir, is Hamas holding up their end of the deal, sir? And your message to the people of Argentina, please.
Thank you.
And when he did this letter, Mr. President, your settlement in the Middle East wasn't done. So we have to do a new letter
Let's do that.
to include it again, because this is a very important.
You have to add one extra sentence.
Exactly.
That's great. Thank you very much. This is a great, such a beautiful statement. Thank you very much. Okay.
Mr. President, how is this Argentina?
Why don't we talk about Argentina first? and-
Yeah.
Go ahead. How is Argentina?
Are you worried about the
How is this
influence of China in Argentina?
Go ahead.
How is this Argentina rescue package America first? And is this rescue package meant to help President Milei's party in the coming election?
President
It's
Trump,
helped,
sir, is
it's
Hamas
really meant to
holding
help
up
a
their
good
end of the deal, sir?
financial philosophy where
And your message to the
Argentina
people
can,
of
after
Argentina,
20
please.
years of disaster, because it was very successful at one point, and it can be again, like Venezuela. Venezuela was very, very successful, and now it's a dictatorship. So when we can help our neighbors. You know, we're making tremendous progress in South America. South America, Marco was telling me, he's like our great expert here. He really knows it. You were telling me that so many of the countries are coming our way, and we had a few years ago when I just came back. So I've been here now almost 9 months. But when I just came in, I was amazed to see how poorly we've done. We lost so many, and one of them was Argentina. Would be lost if he wasn't there. And I think he will be there because the people recognize he's done an amazing job. He took over a real mess. So did I take over a mess. I took over a mess by, the Biden group. And
President
Obama
Trump,
was,
sir, is Hamas holding
he
up
started
their
it,
end of
I'll
the
tell
deal,
you.
sir?
Barack Hussein Obama started it.
And your
Could you
message
give
to
a
the
couple
people
of
of
words on
Argentina,
South
please.
America? You were telling me so well yesterday how well we're doing. Go
Well,
ahead.
first of all, we have now 8 or 9, 10 countries, Argentina being foremost among them, that have aligned with the United States on issue after issue in international community events all over the world. They're, in fact, these great allies like Argentina, but I could go into others, Costa Rica. I don't want to leave anybody out, El Salvador. But I think one of the more promising developments is later this month there'll be an election in Bolivia after 25, 30 years of anti-American hostile government. Both of the candidates running in that election, in the runoff election, want strong and better relations with the United States and another transformative opportunity there. But so I think this is important. This is our hemisphere. It's where we live, and having strong neighbors such as this.
And great progress has been made.
And we'll make more.
Over the last 9 months. Really over the last 9 months. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, from Argentina, Buenos Aires, do you imagine soon a free trade agreement with Argentina? Could it be possible
To the
soon?
people of Argentina, please.
It will be. Well, we're going to discuss some of it today, but no, we want to help Argentina, and we want to always help ourselves, but we want to help Argentina. And one of the ways we can do, they have great product, and we used to do a lot of trade, and then if you look at what the Democrats, well, they didn't know. They didn't know. Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing. But a lot of that trade disappeared, and they have great product, so we will be trading with Argentina, and it'll be helpful to them. It's helpful. It's good for us also.
Mr. President, was China trying to draw a wedge between the U.S. and Argentina by buying soybeans from Argentina and not U.S. farmers?
I would say so.
And China on the port fees.
China
They've
likes to
increased
draw
port fees on
wedges.
U.S. ships too.
I guess it's natural. It's China, and it's natural, but it's not gonna mean anything in the end.
Mr. President,
For Argentina, should Argentina end China's
President Trump,
swap
sir,
and
is
close the
Hamas
space
holding
base
up their
in
end of the
Ukraine?
deal, sir?
I don't think you should be doing
And your
business
message to the
much.
people of
You
Argentina,
can do some
please.
trade, but you certainly shouldn't be doing beyond that. Certainly shouldn't be doing anything having to do with the military with China. And if that's what's happening, I'd be very upset about that. Yeah.
What about
You
the
understand
swap?
that's good.
Mr. President,
You do understand.
Mr. President, what about the swap? Which is so important for the central bank.
The American assistance is not predicated swap with China being closed. Any reporting to that effect, is it correct?
But you said, sorry, but you said that Argentina has to export China from your business or from your agenda, and the swap is so important.
No, I was referring more to ports, military bases, observation facilities that have been created in Argentina.
Than the swap, more than the swap.
President Trump, sir, is Hamas holding up their...
He was referring to that. Yeah, behind you, please.
And your message to the people of Argentina,
What's
please.
the benefits for United States in helping this way Argentina?
Just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Argentina is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever seen. And we want to see it succeed. Very simple. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, but it will in terms of South America. If Argentina does well, you're going to have others following. And a lot of others are following. You have countries in South America that 2 years ago would have never even been thought of to go as democracies or as just countries that want to do fair and balanced trading. And now, I mean, you mentioned Bolivia, but there are numerous other countries that are coming our way. And Brazil, as you know, I had a very good conversation with the president. I met him at the United Nations before I went up to speak, and then I found that I didn't have a speech because I had no teleprompter. They turned off my teleprompter purposely.
And your message to the
They
people
made
of
it
Argentina,
impossible
please.
for me. But it didn't silence me. I spoke without, and it was a good speech. It was a good speech. But no, think of that. You go to the United Nations, I'm speaking in front of 158 leaders and the whole world. And I look at my teleprompter and it's dead. They killed my teleprompter. They wouldn't let the man that operated into the booth. Can you believe that?
You don't have any specific interest in economic terms for the state?
I do have, no, I want to see it succeed. I think it's going to be great, and we will benefit also. But it's not that big a benefit because it's not that big a country, but it's a very important country. And it's a country that can be very successful. There are some countries that will never be successful. This is a country that has great potential if it has the right leadership, and you have the right leadership with this man right here. Okay?
Mr. President, will you support dollarization?
Holding up their end of the deal,
I would say that I'll leave that up to my
and your message to the people of Argentina,
my economic people, but I like the dollar. I'm very strong on the dollar. And anybody who wants to deal in dollars, they have an advantage over people that aren't. But for the most part, we're keeping it that way. I think if Biden would have, Biden, that group would have gotten elected, meaning Kamala, you wouldn't have the dollar as your currency anymore. You wouldn't have a world domination by the dollar if I didn't win this election. And now the domination, like BRICS. I told anybody who wants to be in BRICS, that's fine, but we're going to put tariffs on your nation. Everybody dropped out. They're all dropping out of BRICS. BRICS was an attack on the dollar. And I said, you want to play that game,